All right. I guess again it goes back to what I've learned to do. Again, I talked a little bit about in my story about the blueprint that was given to me in my own journey as a child incarcerated and what have you. And so for me, I think the aha moment was when I was able to see my vision come to light. And amazingly, how God tends to align those people who are doing the work to align properly with self, who are very supportive and giving one a space. And in this space, like literally, I can't afford a space on Fifth and Main in downtown LA. But there's a woman from El Pan who was able to recognize my talents, my gifts, and my passion and giving back, that she allowed me to take over that space. And she said, "Do unto others what I've done unto you." And that's how my art academy came to light. And for me, it is important, we can utilize art as a diversion program. See, right now, I'm not sure how many diversion programs are out there. I know that I'm also involved with the Arts for the Incarcerated Youth Network. And I realize that now the conversation has begun. But I recognize that it is important to speak and get the judge's attention, because not a lot of juveniles deserve to be incarcerated. I think if we utilize their strengths, their gifts, and implement a diversion program, that'll be helpful. So if you go back to yeah, I'm sorry, I know. Okay, you want me to run through them quickly? All right, diversion program, re-entry through art. That quick? All right, go ahead, keep on going then. I was just trying to give a little emphasis, but it's okay. We could. All right, our workshop to help support those in nearby communities recovering from addiction. Art is important in that aspect. An interactive intergenerational art workshop. This is amazing right here. I get a lot of aha moments when I do the intergenerational, especially when I bring the youth and the elderly come together, and then you have those moments where like, what were you doing? Well, I don't understand what you guys are up to nowadays. In my times, it was nothing like that. If I were, it's amazing because now they're acknowledging one another and stuff. It's amazing. And so, see, today also a father and son interactive workshop. That's also important. It teaches them how to interact and be attentive to the child's needs. A lot of the times, due to the demands of life, we lose sight of that. And it's the same with mother and daughter interactive workshop. I had it staged. I just want to throw that out there. That was my wife and my daughters, actually. That's my wife and my daughters being taught, and you can see that that's very impactful. A moment to take time to stop and be attentive. All right, go ahead. I also go make it a responsibility to go out and work with the enrichment schools, any school in near and around LA City, from Boyle Heights to Compton Watts, anywhere that the door opens up for me to come in and bring the arts. I'm always available for that. Outreach in the inner city elementary schools. I know that a lot of these kids from Boyle Heights, as well as different cities, are still dealing with the same issues that I was encountered with. So it's my responsibility as an artist and a person who has developed to go back and impact those little lives. So I do that. And of course, mural mentorship program. Here I am able to get all my old school graffiti artist friends like Heaven and a couple other homeboys, and then we are able to bring youth who are into graffiti, and then we get walls and we just engage them and teach them, give them the historical aspects of graffiti art, and just to be out there in public and doing art, it just enhances their abilities and also inspires them and motivates them, and most importantly, it keeps them from falling on the wrong hands of the subculture of gangs, so we all step up to the plate. But this one here is, I know we don't have that much time, but this is the one that I wanted to share with you all. Because not only am I able to work in LA, but I also have crossed the borders, and I go to Tijuana once a year. I've made a commitment to the kids from Diez de Mayo, it's called Colonia Diez de Mayo, to go there annually. And I bring mural workshops for them. And just the fact that I'm able to build relationships with them, because I recognize that the need there is also great. And so these two little brothers you see here, there's a little brother and sister. And that little sister, she really taught me something, because sometimes we think it's what we bring, but it's really what we're going to take, because there's a mutuality that takes place. And so when I got there, I just started to paint a mural. We did the whole workshop that set us up to the mural. And when we start to paint, the little brother that you see here, he's like, "Vamos a pintar, let's paint, let's paint." He's all excited to paint. And I'm like, okay, come on, we're going to do the whole thing. So we start painting, and the little girl was watching from afar. And then I'll say to her, "Vente, ¿quieres pintar?" And she's like, "No." I said, "Okay, that's fine." So we continue to paint. And then she would take 1 or 2 steps forward, and I'll be like, okay, you ready now? Come on. And she's like, no. I'm like, okay. So we continue to paint. And then I was hoping that eventually she would come and grab a brush and continue to paint. But she would take steps little by little, but would not, and she actually never painted. And so then I said to the lady, I go, what's going on? The lady who invited me to Mexico. I said, what's going on with that little girl? And then she says, well, I don't know, maybe you remind her of her father. And I said, oh, what's that mean? She goes, you have the resemblance of her father, a male figure. That little girl has been locked up in the closet and sexually abused by her father. And the little boy must have not had an impact, because if you can see, he's very open. And so I go, okay, so that's probably why she's not getting near me. That's fine. So I continue to do my mural project, embrace and love and compassion and acknowledge and do everything I do therapeutically with the other kids. And so now that she's starting to perceive this male figure in a whole different angle, or from a whole different perspective. So now I say, okay, now I'm done, we're done. Thank you for participating. It's time for me to go back to Los Angeles. So we're gonna take a group picture. And amazingly, she runs and she sits on my lap to take this picture. And that to me showed that I didn't have to say much. I just had to example the way I was engaging with the other kids. And so behind that, as an artist, I say, how can I take that thing that took place, and how can I empower that little girl and give back and capture her richness? And so as an artist, as a painter, I decided to come back to Los Angeles, and I painted this, and it's called Imaginative Image of a Father, because there's no father in the play. So here, I was able to capture the little brother and the little sister with the action that she sat on my lap. If you see this little heart in between, it signifies the love between brother and sister. I decided to put Virgin Mary raised behind her as to return her virginity. And then I painted a very well-known character, which is Tintan, who is a famous Mexican actor, but here he's a cartoon character who's showing love for the daughter, but it's false, it's still a cartoon. And so the gold in color embodies and captures the richness of these two brothers and sisters. And so what I decided to do is not only that, but I did big prints, 2 big prints, and I sent them back to Tijuana for the little girl. And the fact that she was chosen to be part of my subject matter, that in itself is undeniable. I'm sure she is forever remembering she remembers me forever, but just the fact that she's seeing her beauty now as a mirror image and a reflection. That's the power of art, and how an artist like myself can do that for them, right? So again, as an artist, I have taken upon myself, as the quote that I say is, I've taken it upon myself to return the whole image of the gang member back to humanity. It's my job as an artist to break those stereotypes that exist through identity, culture, religion, and gender. And that's the beauty of art, and how I'm able to regain and recapture my voice to do so. And if those kids can't speak, well, thanks to me and my gift of art and my accomplishments, that I will speak for them. That's the beauty of art. Thank you for letting me.